Hi, this is George Clark with Funeral Home Gifts, and I'm going to show you how to do a simple upload today. First thing I do is I put my email address in my username field, and I put in my password. Now, if I ever forget my password, I can put my email address in and click on Send Password, and I'll get my password sent to me. A few ground rules here. You're never allowed to use your browser's forward and back button. If you ever need to get back to the screen, click the Home button. And all navigation will be done with arrows and tabs that will show up in the next screens. So I'm just going to put my password in that I created in the last video. Click Submit. First thing I'm going to do is click the family name or reference number so that when I get the blanket at my funeral home, I know what I'm looking at. Select the product. Always select the 53 by 71. And before I click the Purchase New Tribute Item, I want to let you know what we're doing here. The price of this blanket is $60 for quantity 1. If you order multiple items, there is a quantity discount, but you won't see the discount until you get to the checkout stage. So I'm going to purchase a new tribute item by clicking this red button on the left. Now you see all the navigation toolbars up here across the top. Uploading your photo, arranging your photo, adding borders, adding text, editing your photo, and completing your order. You also have two format choices. The standard format, which is upload a photo, add text, and Life's Moments, where you can add other imagery like praying hands and Mother Teresa and Our Lady of Guadalupe, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to concentrate on the standard format. So standard format is automatically checked. I click Next Step, Upload Your Photo. Now, here I'm going to click on the Browse button. That's going to take me to my computer so I can find the photos that I'm looking for. In this case, I'm using this man, Mr. Smith, and I'm going to click this button to the right that says Start Upload. Now, a few things to notice on this screen. The first is, in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you're going to see an upload status bar. In the bottom center of the screen, you're going to see the image information. As soon as the photo is uploaded, it will assess the image and say if it's a good image or a bad image. In this case, it is a good image, and it's in green. If the image resolution is not high enough, it'll show up in red. At that point, you need to go back to your scanner and raise the DPI settings to 300 DPI and get a larger image. Now, if we were uploading multiple photos to be used on the same blanket, we would merely click Browse and add another photo, and the photos would show up in our toolbar on the right. We're not doing that. This is a simple single image blanket. So rather than worry about any of this other navigation, we're going to click here, Edit Your Photo. When I see my photo and put my mouse over the photograph, you'll notice that the editing tools show up, and when I move the mouse off the photograph, you'll notice the tools go away. So first thing I'm going to do is zoom in, because I don't want to have all that mountain and tundra here. I also want to try to keep the photo centered in the photograph. So I'm going to use this Pan Image to the Left button and move the image over to the left. And then I'm going to pan the image down a little bit so that his face is sort of right underneath that center spot. At that point, I know that I have a centered image. I'd look around the edges to make sure I don't have any black spots in the borders, and that can occur if you zoom out and don't have enough photo for the size of the blanket, but in this case we're fine. So I'm going to go to the bottom right, and I'm going to say Next Step, Complete My Order. Now, at this case, at this stage in the game, I see a copy of what the image is going to look like. I also recommend you click here to see a full screen view of your product. Again, I can see the fringe, I can see that there's no little black spots around the edges. I'm happy with the way this blanket's going to look. I click Close, and then I click Next Step. Disclaimers and liabilities, I read that and click Next Step. Then I get to the address and shipping information. Automatically, we try to ship to your billing address. If you need this to go somewhere else, like a church, you can uncheck the Ship to Billing address and change the shipping address if it's different from your billing in this case, but it's not for us. So we'll recheck this box in our profile and click the lower right, Next Step, Complete Your Order. Now the address check is complete, and here I choose my shipping options. So you can see that right now I'm being charged $60 for the throw blanket, and we're running a special. Economy shipping is currently free, but I need this blanket overnight, so I'm going to click on Overnight, and I notice that right here it says in the center of the screen, Delivery on Tuesday. Had I not needed that blanket until Wednesday and clicked this box, I would see that delivery would be on Wednesday. And as the days progress and the hours progress, this time sequence changes. It is real time. The system will tell you, I get my blanket delivered on time? Now you'll notice that the shipping cost for overnight is $39.99. If I were a gifting funeral home, I would only be paying $19.99. I strongly recommend that you consider adding the blankets to your standard packages and becoming a gifting funeral home, because you'll get a 50% discount on all your shipping costs. Well, we're satisfied with the cost. We're satisfied that we're going to get it on time. We're going to click place order. My credit card is already on file, so I see the American flag, and I know that I've completed my order and I'm ready to go on to my next project.